The Doomslayer is an incredibly violent character from a similarly brutal franchise, so it's not hard to understand why so many people want to see him introduced as a guest character in a Mortal Kombat game. He's essentially the perfect DLC fighter. He has a wide variety of moves ranging from ruthless melee attacks to swift long-range blasts that would make him a versatile combatant, and the extreme brutality associated with the character adds limitless potential for some truly vicious fatalities. The large amount of glory kills featured in the modern entries could serve as inspiration for the Slayer's attacks. A lot of them already feel like something straight out of Mortal Kombat, so it wouldn't be too difficult to transition them into his moveset. He would fit in with the rest of the fighters in such a natural way that it's kind of hard to believe that an official crossover hasn't already happened. It really seems like a match made in hell. The two iconic franchises have already been somewhat intertwined, as both were leading causes for the creation of the ESRB and their rating system in 1994, although that was the closest they had come to officially partnering up until recently. The insane potential of this crossover thankfully hasn't gone unnoticed, as developers from Netherrealm Studios apparently wanted Doomguy to appear in MK11, and two leaks claim that he'll finally be making his way into the franchise within the next year. In 2021, a fan suggested the idea of the Slayer appearing in something like Mortal Kombat instead of Smash Bros, and a developer responded with, "There was a bunch of us at the studio that really pushed for Doomguy for MK11, but it didn't happen." But remember, that's the norm. A ton of characters are pitched, then don't happen for a variety of reasons. But sometimes they eventually do. Terminator was supposed to be in MKX. The last part is referencing the Terminator making his way into MK11 after being denied entry into MKX, confirming that the Slayer's denial doesn't mean anything when it comes to future entries. The team pushing for the Slayer in the previous game only makes the rumors and speculation even more exciting, since it solidifies the idea that the perfect partnership could eventually become a reality. Now it just comes down to everyone agreeing on the character's inclusion and the rights holder's willingness to strike up a deal, which has apparently already happened according to some sources. In late July of last year, the entire second DLC pack for Mortal Kombat 1 was supposedly leaked online, and that list actually included the Doomslayer. Articles began to circulate regarding the roster, with most of them citing this specific post by user Idlesloth as their source of information. The tweet states that Doomslayer, Noob Saibot, Kano, Serena, Harley Quinn, and Deathstroke would be the main fighters featured in Combat Pack 2, but no source is listed, and this account typically only posts news instead of their own leaks, so where is this coming from? Members of the Mortal Kombat community were able to track these claims to a 4chan post that was created a month prior to Idlesloth's tweets, with the 4chan user claiming that they not only knew about the entire DLC roster, but the rest of the unannounced characters from the main roster as well. Just in case the fact that this originated from 4chan wasn't bad enough, the full game has been released and we now know that their main roster leak was incorrect, which completely disproves the entire thing. This leak was popular enough that I still occasionally get comments from people under the assumption that it was real, so I wanted to make it clear that while the developers want the Slayer to make his way into the franchise, there's no actual evidence to support that he'll be doing so anytime soon. Another piece of supposed evidence was found recently when the Doomslayer's voice actor Matthew Watterson appeared on MK1's IMDb page, but IMDb is widely known for being incredibly unreliable, so that means absolutely nothing. I did want to briefly mention that while I was doing research for this video, it seems like Watterson's name and the Slayer's character have been taken off the list and replaced by Duke Nukem and Squidward Tentacles. I think that's pretty funny. Every leak and rumor regarding the Slayer in Mortal Kombat may have been fake, but I still believe that he'll become an official guest character sooner rather than later. This is really one of those times where everything lines up so perfectly that it just has to happen at some point. I would honestly be willing to go as far as to say that you can pretty much guarantee Doomguy's inclusion. The second pack of characters was actually data mined and legitimately leaked not too long ago, and neither the Doomslayer nor Squidward Tentacles made their way into the roster, so we're definitely not getting him in the next year or so. However, Netherrealm has stated that this game's post-launch support will be longer than other recent titles, which suggests that we could end up seeing a third fighter pack, where the Slayer may potentially enter the game. Even if he isn't a part of MK1, I'm still incredibly confident that he will show up eventually. It's just a matter of time. It all really depends on Netherrealm at this point. We've seen so many Doom crossovers recently that it's become pretty clear that Bethesda and Microsoft would be more than willing to hand over the rights if the opportunity presented itself. The Doomslayer has been in Fortnite, Fall Guys, Fallout, and even Super Smash Bros. I'm sure they would jump at the chance to bring him into yet another game. The Slayer getting a spot as a full fighter would undoubtedly be the biggest crossover we've ever seen, but it certainly won't be the only one we get going forwards. There's tons of Doom content coming out in 2024, including crossovers, updates, and possibly even a new game reveal. Click on the video that's on screen now to learn more. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much all that I have for now though. Until next time.